Okay, let's be honest. You've been there, right? You spent hours, maybe even days, pulling data together for a business dashboard. You build the whole thing, you present it, and then crickets. No clear decision gets made. If that sounds painfully familiar, you're going to want to see this, because there is a much, much better way.
And it's more than just a waste of your time, it's a massive waste of strategy. All that hard work just ends up as a simple data dump. It doesn't tell a story, it doesn't drive anyone to do anything. It's the definition of busy work, and all those amazing insights you could be finding, they're just left buried in the noise.
The fix starts right here. It's simple, really. The quality of your prompt directly determines the quality of your dashboard. Think of it like this. A vague request is like handing a builder a pile of bricks and just saying, build something. But a detailed, structured prompt, now that's the blueprint. That's what tells the AI exactly how to build something incredible. And that pile of bricks prompt, it leads to this. A completely unstructured, unhelpful jumble of numbers. Sure, it gives you a few data points, but there's no organization, no context, and most importantly, zero actionable insight. This doesn't help anyone make a smarter decision. It's just noise.
And that really gets to the heart of the dilemma. You see, the AI, it can't read your mind. If you don't give it that detailed blueprint, that really well-crafted prompt, it's just guessing. It has no idea how to structure the information, what numbers actually matter to you, or what story you're trying to tell.
And the crazy thing is, the demand for this is massive. A staggering 85% of executives want these real-time insights. The problem, most of them don't have the specialized skills to build them from scratch. And that gap is exactly where a powerful AI prompt becomes a total game changer. It bridges the divide between needing the data and being able to make sense of it.
So, enough about the problem. Let's see what happens when you start treating your prompt like a real architectural blueprint. I'm telling you, the difference is night and day. You don't just get random data on a page. You get a professional, strategic tool that does the hard work for you.
Now this is where it gets really cool. Just look at the clarity here in this key metrics panel. Your eyes immediately know where to go. You see the green check and think, great, we're on track. The yellow says, let's keep an eye on that. And that red dot, you know instantly where the fire is. You get the whole story of the business in a single glance.
And this is the real power of a good prompt. A simple data dump would have completely buried this critical fact, but a structured prompt pulls it right to the surface. A 40% drop in electronics revenue. And notice, it doesn't just give you the number. It tells you it's critical, what the problem is, and most importantly, the action required. That's what turns data into actual decisions.
So you're probably asking, okay, this is great, but how do I actually do it? Well, it's not magic, I promise. It's more like a recipe. So let's walk through the 6 essential ingredients for crafting the perfect dashboard prompt every single time.
Here's the whole game plan. We're going to give the AI a specific job, we'll define the dashboard structure, we'll give it the right context, ask for some visual descriptions, get specific on formatting, and then, the most important part, we're going to demand actionable insights.
First things first, you've got to set the stage by giving the AI a role. When you tell it to act as an expert business intelligence analyst, you're essentially priming its entire model. You're telling it to access all its knowledge about what makes a great business report, and that immediately boosts the quality of what you get back.
Next up, you provide the actual blueprint. You wouldn't ask someone to just build a house, right? Of course not. You'd give them a plan. Same logic applies here. You explicitly list out the sections you want, an executive summary, your key metrics, any alerts, to make sure the whole report is logical and easy to follow.
Context, as they say, is everything. Is this data from last week or last quarter? Are we trying to hit a certain sales target? Giving the AI all this background information helps it correctly interpret the numbers and, more importantly, highlight what's actually important to you.
Now, this one is a really clever technique. Even if you're just getting text back, you can ask the AI to describe a visual. Saying something like, now imagine a line chart showing a strong upward trajectory for this product, helps everyone reading the report visualize the story the data is telling.
You know, the small details can make all the difference. Simply asking for specific formatting, like clean tables and those little visual indicators we saw earlier, is what transforms a dense wall of text into a professional, easy-to-scan dashboard that people will actually want to read.
And finally, we get to the most critical step of them all. You have to go beyond just the data and ask what it means. You have to explicitly demand findings, recommendations, and the expected impact.
This single step is what elevates your report from a simple summary into a true decision-making tool. So, what's the real payoff for taking a few extra minutes to craft a detailed prompt like this? Well, the benefits are tangible, they're immediate, and frankly, they are an absolute game changer for any business.
How about a potential 95% reduction in the time it takes to create a dashboard? Think about that for a second. What used to take hours of manual work or even weeks for a whole team can now be done in just a few minutes. That frees you up to focus on strategy, not just data entry.
And it's not just about saving time, it's about moving faster. Companies that use these methods are reporting up to a 60% increase in the speed of their decision-making. When insights are this clear and this accessible, you can act on them immediately. So, let's boil it all down. If you walk away with anything today, let it be these 4 things. 1, your prompt is your blueprint, so be specific. 2, always define the structure of what you want. 3, use those simple visual cues to make it scannable. And 4, the most important one, demand actionable insights, not just a data dump.
The power to turn raw, messy data into a clear, strategic, and actionable dashboard is literally at your fingertips. And it all starts with a single, well-crafted prompt. So the real question is, what will you achieve with yours?